Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time once again. It's time for that podcast heard, well, around a few places, by tens of listeners. It's time for the Department of Understanding Humans, the podcast. That's right, the podcast, featuring your ringmasters for the day, that stupendous, giggle-snorting gal, Friday herself, Rachel Wynn, and now her co-host actually has a name, that cranky clown you love to adore, Chris Meyer. And on with the show!
D.U.H, Department of Understanding Humans, yeah!
Good morning. Good Sunday morning, dear sir.
Good Sunday morning to you, madam. Or as we like to call it, the weekend that Disney dominated the box office.
Right? I didn't see anything, so don't do it yet.
I'm not going to do any spoilers.
Although I do have to say that some of the non-spoilers are really funny. Have you seen like the Facebook threads where it's like, oh my god, spoilers are ahead, Avengers, it starts and it ends.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, that's brilliant.
Although,
okay.
I kind of hate to tell some people, I know you haven't seen the movie, you want to be surprised by it, but there's things in the movie that it's based off a comic, so you know certain things are going to happen, but they've just changed it up a little bit to borrow storylines from major comic plots to fill out this version of the ending of Infinity War,
right?
The aftermath of it. That's why it is the end game.
So one of the funniest spoilers that I saw was somebody had posted on their Facebook. They were like, oh my gosh, who knew that in Avengers Endgame, Darth Vader would find out that Thanos was his son or some stupid crap like that. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so funny. I love when people mix up like genres for memes. Like, you know, when they're sitting there, I love Lord of the Rings, where, you know, they start talking about Star Wars references, and then they start talking about Harry Potter references.
Right.
I love stuff like that.
One of the best jokes I ever heard from somebody was Patrick Stewart was hosting Saturday Night Live, and he made jokes about Star Trek, and he was like, yes, I am the captain of the Star Trek. Did you know that's not the ship's name?
The Star Trek.
The Star Trek, yeah. So he has said stuff like that, and but yeah, it was. I saw it. Let me tell you, my bladder was hurting after 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's long.
I did not wait to see if there was any end credits or any surprise credits, which there are none. I will tell you that right now. We're going to spoil this and let you know, because after the 2.5 hour mark, you are going to hurt if you have bought the gallon size, mega drink that they offer you at the theater, because a small is like a thimble cup, and then they go, but for a nickel more, you can get this. Bam! 64 ounces of, whatever liquid beverage you want. There are no end credit scenes. There are no post credit scenes. There's nothing.
Well, because it's the end game. I mean, they can't.
It is the end. It's the end of phase 3.
Part of the whole, shawarma credit scenes and things like that was because it's supposed to kind of keep you going until the next movie. But it's done. This is it. It's called the end game for a reason.
It is the end. What it is the end of phase 3. Now we go on to Marvel. Marvel has phases. Phase 1 was Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, so on. Phase 2, Iron Man 2, Winter Soldier, Thor: The Dark World, the Avengers. Right. Okay. Then we went into Phase 3, which was Spider-Man and Civil War, of Ultron, all that. Okay, there's just phases of movies to get you ready for Infinity War and Avengers Endgame.
Right. Which
it was nice to see it all come about, and they did it beautifully.
Good. So
it kept your attention. It kept my attention for 3 hours. And yes, prepare to bring your Kleenexes. Bring your hankies.
We were going to go today and do like a noon 30 or whatever matinee, and we're looking at the times, and the Hubs is like, yeah, so it's like a 3-hour movie. And I'm like, oh my God, that's like the whole day. He's like, yeah, and I don't want to go on opening weekend because it's pretty much sold out like everywhere. And I don't like being elbow to elbow with people in a movie theater. I mean, I'm the introvert who actually like to go to movies by myself and go to movies that have been out for a while and not sit with anybody in the theater because that was my downtime. That was what I did, you know? But yeah, no, so we didn't go at all this weekend, and we were talking about going today, but because it's so long, we were like, yeah, no, we busted butt yesterday helping somebody with their garage. Today's kind of a down day, and we don't need to be sitting. Day. Yeah, and as much as it would be nice to recover watching something like that, I'm kind of like, I don't want to put on clothes. I like wearing my pajamas, and I think I'm going to sew myself to the couch. Because I'm that tired. I'm that tired. Being active is exhausting. Painful. It hurts. I'm telling you. It hurts being an adult.
It hurts being doing adult things.
It really does.
Speaking of hurts, let's talk. I'd read a story about a butthurt bachelorette party in Nashville.
Oh no!
In Nashville, okay.
Oh God, Nash Vegas. Now,
what's going on in Nashville right now? The NFL draft is going on in Nashville.
What a waste, God.
So, let me just kind of point this out to you. If you can't talk to the hotel and them tell you the draft isn't happening the weekend you're having your bachelorette party, number one, the hotel's stupid. But number two, you're also dumb because you can't look at the calendar and go, oh, wait a minute, things that are happening in Nashville if you're looking for activity. They were bitching and moaning on this report about, oh my God, all these people about football. We just came here to drink and listen to music.
And bar hop and do honky tonking.
And bar hop. And be,
oh my God. Honky tonking.
Honky tonking. Well, I hate to tell you. Your weekend.
Oh, you idiots. Honky tonkin' football.
Football. Because you got ruined by the football. By the way, in the first round, the 32nd pick for the New England Patriots was Ming Lee from the massage parlor of Rub and Tug in Florida.
Oh, how you doing? You want some sweet and sour pork with your touchdown? How about a happy ending?
Special touchy massage. We have special touchy.
We call the field goal the happy ending.
Yeah, field goal, happy ending.
Your complaints can go to the email at gmail.com. Your complaints can go to the email at gmail.com. Again, if you have a complaint, you can go and email us at the email at gmail.com.
If you're a Patriots fan, suck it. Your owner. I mean, of all the stories that we've kind of covered, the Patriots owner getting caught at a Florida rub and tug. And if you don't know what a rub and tug is, well, it's what's called a quote, air quotes, massage parlor, end quotes.
Air quotes.
Where we give you special happy ending kind of place.
You want sriracha sauce?
Oh, you want happy ending? Has millions of dollars to do anything very, very privately, but he goes, I'm going to go down to Florida rub and tug here. But yeah, it's a good idea.
Look, I know Heidi Fleiss kind of gave everybody a bad rap for the whole Little Black Book and the call girl, high class call girl thing, but there's a reason those businesses work. I'm not going to get all in your private business. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to live your life. But if you are the owner of a major NFL football team, that is the last thing you need to be doing to celebrate the Super Bowl win. Because everybody knows who you are. Stupid.
Yeah, well, what can you do?
Golly, I just,
What can you do?
What can you do? Idiots. And I know that there was some, on the good side of some things, there was a young man who apparently had called into a radio station about one of the football team. I don't know the whole story. I just caught it in passing. Basically, he's a blind boy. He's a young, I think he's a teen, and he's blind and he loves football. And he called in with such enthusiasm that apparently somebody from the NFL reached out to him, and they were like, "Hey, do you want to read this draft pick?" And he was like, sure. And so they went and got the draft pick. I think it's like the 32nd draft pick for whatever team or whatever. And it was in Braille. And now that I'm saying all this, like, I don't have all the information. I am fake news. I'm going to Google blind.
That's good, though. I caught some of the draft. I was flipping channels because, it goes on from like Thursday to now.
It was the Ravens.
So it was the Ravens. One of the best ones I saw, they were going about this draft pick for the Texans, it was the Browns. And the guy wasn't even at the draft. He was like, I ain't showing up for this thing. He was bowling. They had a live camera feed while he was bowling with his family.
Most of them don't show up for that. You know, like if you watch the movie Jerry Maguire, and they show the key players that they're doing this whole thing with, that they're in the hotel room and they're waiting for that phone call. That's kind of accurate, you know. And
you would know. Your dad was more. You were more associated with the NFL than I was,
because there's only, I think they probably only do like the first however many, like 1 through 30 or 1 through 50 or something in the ballroom. You know, because it goes on for so long. Day 3 of the NFL draft pick, and we are at draft pick 1,225. You know,
another good movie. You said Jerry Maguire, but if you get a chance, it didn't do well in the theaters, but it was Draft Day with Kevin Costner. If you really want to see how people in the NFL do the draft, that actually was a pretty decent movie about how they go about picking and all the trials and tribulations of everything.
That's cool. Yeah, I haven't seen that. I'm really hoping that this year is going to be, with everything that's gone on with the NFL over the past couple of years, I'm really hoping that this year, because maybe they're standing up and paying attention, especially, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that the NFL is very prideful and they're kind of like, no, this is how we do things. We're going to do things the way that we do things. And every now and then they're going to come out and go, okay, we're going to adjust because we're losing fans and we're going to do things. Okay.
Right.
So I really hope that the 2019-2020 season for them is a little bit better than it's been. I mean, just because, there's a part of me that kind of wants the underdogs to win, and yay. Not that I really support the NFL a whole lot, but yay. I like to see people redeem themselves. I really love redemption stories where they turn around and they stopped acting like idiots and go, oh, hey, this works. Of course, the Super Bowl and the halftime show was not helpful.
Right. The Super Bowl this year was terrible.
They were actually there were ad agencies, I'll get it out, I swear, that actually wanted to get guaranteed refunds if they didn't meet the numbers ad-wise.
Oh, yeah. It's a big gamble.
And they make more money off of the TV advertisement than the tickets sold in the stadium. So they really don't care if people show up to the game. They want people watching it on TV.
They want people watching that ad, yeah.
Other local news, I spoke on a panel at Podcast Atlanta, their local meetup. And we talked. Yeah.
How'd that go?
It was fun. It was really fun. Shout out to Podcast Atlanta and all you guys who I talked to. We did the good, the bad, the ugly of podcasting. And so we had a lot of veteran podcasters there. We had a lot of corporate podcasters there. We had independent podcasters. We had, freshman podcasters. We had people who didn't even create their podcast yet. And it was really kind of cool. I was more the representative of the indie podcaster who is a rebel in the system. And then the other 3 on the panel were podcasters that created their podcast to help further their brand. And they had, kind of corporate environments. They had studios. They had the equipment. They had the professional, quote unquote, professional level stuff, right?
Gotcha.
And it was really cool. It was really fun. It was kind of other than us doing podcast live at Dragon Con, which is coming up. It's coming up again. But that was kind of that was kind of like my first like public speaking thing, and there was about 20 or 30 people in there, and so it was a little nerving, but it was fun. Had some fun. Made some good contacts. One of which is this guy who has these stories that go back to like Methuselah. And he was the Dos Equis guy of the night. Every time he talked, somebody on the panel was like, "Because you're the coolest guy in the room." It's just...
Gotcha.
And he's just older gentleman with white hair and a white beard and mustache, and he was just cool as hell. And he really was the coolest guy in the room. And we were all just like, "Dude, you are so freaking cool."
He kept it interesante.
Oh, para mucho. So, yeah, very much. Yeah, that's all I got. I don't have anything else. I don't have anything. I didn't want to follow the politics this week because politics are stupid. No. Other than the fact, oh, wait, no, I do. I want to talk about this.
Ah, shit. Here we go.
Okay. But... All right, I'm going to go backwards. So,
okay.
Creepy Uncle Joe announces his run. Yeah, he's officially running for president for 2020. Here's one of the funniest parts.
And there was much rejoicing. Yay.
He comes out of the gate with a 6 or 8 point lead on Bernie Sanders and Trump, right?
Okay.
The people that I've watched that are doing commentaries on this stuff, they're like, okay, Biden is only going to be good his first day. He's going to have the best first day ever, and then it's just going to go downhill from there.
Yeah, I watched the same thing. There's not a lot of hope for old Joe.
Yeah, no, and so I'm like, really? So somebody started spouting off the statistics. I'm trying not to do my S's a whole lot because I know that they kill the mic. Anyway. Mike Knowles and Shapiro, right, on the Blaze. I've been watching their commentaries because they kind of do it from all sides. They don't just hit the conservative mark, right? And so I'm watching this, and they're talking about the polling that's been going on when he announced that he was running for president, and like a day or two after. And like the percentages are really crazy to me because even women, they're saying women voters are up 17% for Biden. And I'm like, says who? Like, and that's more than Trump. Where are you getting these numbers? Nobody asked me. I would never vote for creepy Joe Biden. What woman in her right mind would, right, Democrats. Look, I am an equal opportunity offender. I'm not racist. I hate everybody equally. But seriously, people, you look at what's going on with these people and you're seriously going to give them numbers? What? Anyway, so, good luck, Joe. Whatever's to come, man. I wish you the best. Just keep your hands out of my hair and don't sniff me. Just stay away, okay? Going back a little bit, they had a town hall for the Democrat candidates. On like CNN had it, and they had them like staggered like every hour. So they had Kamala Harris.
Kamala, yeah.
Kamala. They had Bernie Sanders, and they had Mayor Pete, right? And I think they had others. Right. They had others, but I don't really care. And so Bernie Sanders was like first up, and they talked to him. And I swear, dude, I've only watched him talk a few times, and every time I hear him, I think of your impression of him.
Yeah. Because I'm Bernie.
He really is.
You gotta feel the burn.
He's totally
Wait a minute. Get off my yard! Don't make me come out there.
He really is that guy. Yes, he's that guy. But you know how we were equating him to one of the guys up in the balcony at the Muppet Show?
The Muppets, yeah.
He really is a freaking Muppet. Have you watched his gestures?
Oh, his gestures are crazy.
I feel that if somebody should they're arrested for and he's doing that the entire time, and he's talking
smacking
about
his lips like some retiree from Polka.
And one eye is more like closed than the other, and he's like, I really firmly believe that if somebody's arrested for a really bad crime, that they're already doing their time, they're already being punished, so yeah, I think they should be able to vote from jail. They're already being punished, so and so the moderator goes, so just to clarify, the Boston Marathon bomber or a rapist should be able to vote from jail, right? And so a young woman stands up in the audience and actually starts this line of questioning. She's like, I know that you feel like incarcerated people should vote, blah, blah, blah. Do you feel the same if it was, for people like the Boston Marathon bomber or a rapist? And he's just like, that's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. And everybody was just like gobsmacked. Their jaws just
dropped. I saw that. I saw the news blurb on that, and people are just kind of looking at him like, the hell did you say, crazy?
What, excuse me? And so the guy, the moderator did a really good... Now, I have to hand it to the CNN moderators. They actually pushed them to answer questions. They didn't just let them skate and go, oh, yeah, we're CNN, we're in your pocket, and yay, go. They actually did investigative journalism with these people a little bit.
Oh, they've had to. I mean,
they're going to have to redeem themselves.
I think all news outlets have now been called on so much
that they're going to have to...
They're going to actually have to do their damn job like they used to, instead of just pandering and doing.
Yeah, just oh my god. And so Camilla Harris, whatever, she comes up after. Obviously, she means so much to me that I can't even remember how to say her name. So she comes up after him, and they pose the question. So Mr. Sanders said this, right? And they reiterate the statement. How do you feel about that? Do you agree with that? And she goes into this montage that skates around the entire thing without saying yes or no. Very political response. Well, I believe that if a person is incarcerated and they come out and they're getting rehabbed and things like that, yes, I'm very for, reestablishing their right to vote, and blah, 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 and I've supported several states that do that. Blah, 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 blah. Well, she doesn't answer the question, so they call her on it.
Right.
They're like, but do you support people like the Boston Marathon bomber and rapists to vote from jail? Well, I think that's a conversation we should have. I'm like, what? That's a non-answer. that's a, I don't want to piss off my party, so I'm going to give some sort of vague answer.
We'll give this very vague.
Is the sky blue or green? Yes.
Can you give us a description of the man? Well, he was kind of tall, sort of short, medium build.
Yeah. He looked like a man. Fat. Yeah. Yeah.
Had balding, thick hair. His beard was sort of shaved, trimmed neatly, but a little bit bushy.
It was kind of bushy.
Reddish, brownish, blonde.
That guy.
He was that guy.
That guy. He looked like a man.
Yeah, he looked like a man.
I saw him.
Mayor Pete
Bernie
comes
just
on.
wants that absentee vote. He doesn't care. He just wants that vote, and by God, they're going to try to do everything because now they're okay. I am now getting sick with politics. I'm getting sick with everybody in charge.
They're all just, you were getting sick at the beginning when we started the podcast. You were like, I'm done with you people. We need something different here. I'm sick of all this crap. Do your job.
Now I'm really sick. We have grasped at straws trying to get Trump out of office.
However, they're paper straws because they're banned in California.
We've tried everything, and now we're going to try again. So how do we stack the deck? Well, let's have everybody and their brother be able to vote, even if they don't even belong to this country.
Oh, my God.
Let's have them vote. Let's go against the law. And, I'm sorry. If you were a convicted terrorist a convicted terrorist and you have committed crimes against America, you don't get any more rights. That's it. It's done. Over. Game over. You don't pass go. You don't collect $200. You don't get nada. If you are a sex offender,
that's part of the punishment, is that you get your civil rights removed.
If you have committed a major crime, now, okay, you want to commit minor felonies like, I don't know, whatever.
Smoking pot on the White House lawn.
Right, smoking pot on the White House lawn, that kind of stuff. Okay, I get that. All right, you lit up a J. You robbed a bank, you did armed robbery, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I think your rights should be given away. You're a drug dealer, you're a sex offender, you're that kind of a major criminal. Yeah, I don't think you should have any rights. You serve your time. Yeah, serve your time and get out of jail. Fine, you're rehabilitated, but guess what? I don't think you should vote. Call me crazy. I don't think you should have a right to vote because you have a conviction on your record. There are consequences for what you do in this life. He wants people to vote. He's just, and I'm glad people heard him and all had the look of,
what?
You seriously, old man?
I almost think his own party's even looking at him going, are you crazy?
Oh, the whole Democratic Party is looking at who they have going, we're fucked.
Okay, so wait a minute. Question. Okay, just as we both said that out loud, I'm wondering if they're letting Bernie hang himself so that everybody else looks sane. Remember I said that I think that the Democrat Party is actually using like Omar and AOC to make themselves look better? Like, here, these are the crazy people. These are the people that you think are the crazy liberals in the left. We're fine. We're okay. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Yada, da, da, da. Do you
That's
think...
the problem. There's nobody in that running crowd that actually would do a damn, I don't think.
Well, I wonder if they're making Biden, if they're bookending Biden with Sanders so that
he's touchy. Uncle Touchy's already ruined himself.
Has he? Okay. I was just trying to think because
I'm sorry. Uncle Touchy's already ruined his chances. He's cracking wise, he's making jokes about the whole, hey, you're a little touchy, you're a little too personal space and all that other stuff. He's cracking too many effing jokes about that. He's alienated some people.
Oh my God, I don't understand why he thinks that's funny.
I found it funny. I thought it was funny with what he was saying, but
we find it funny because we have no intention on voting for him.
Right. I don't have any intention of voting or running for office. Because I know as soon as if I ever ran for office, I mean, every skeleton in the closet would come out.
You got some good skeletons too. I'm sure.
Yeah, I do. I have some pretty good skeletons. Oh, you know what? We'll let one out of the closet here. I have in my genealogy tree here. My aunt loved looking at genealogy to the dismay of my grandfather. We found out we had a German relative who up until 1945 lived in Berlin.
Oh, right.
And then in 1946 he moved to Buenos Aires, Argentina and changed his name from Meyer to Gutierrez. We don't want to know why. We don't really care. But apparently he seemingly thought it would be a good idea to move to South America, to Argentina. So there are some Gutierrez that are part of my family tree that are in South America. So, yeah, that's all we know. But I'm just going to go out on a limb and say maybe he supported the wrong party.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of one of those,
Okay,
really?
So we're just going to leave that there, and we're going to be glad that you're not running for an office. Although I think you'd be an awesome president.
No, don't wish that.
Meyer for president 2020.
That's all right. I'd have Mr. T as my running mate.
Yeah, but then you'd have Farkas as the White House dog. He's the first
would be
pup. And instead of you tweeting, instead of you tweeting all sorts of crazy stuff, you'd have Farkas tweet it.
There you go.
Border Patrol. I see you have immigrants. I too like immigrants. Throw the ball. Just
Border
throw
Patrol.
the ball.
Border Patrol, I let you in if you have. Do you have biscuits?
Do you have biscuit? We can talk.
I let you in.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's all I have for a podcast. I don't know
That's
about
all
you.
I've got. I don't have anything else. I'm ending on Farkas going after biscuits is always a good idea.
Because, Wonder Husky, Husky Numbnuts, hashtag Husky Numbnuts.
Hashtag
Or,
Husky
as I
Numbnuts.
like to say, £, Husky Numbnuts.
Pound me too. I'm sorry. I know that there's some legitimate people who actually follow the Me Too movement and they actually legitimately have issues, and I do feel bad and I'm sorry, but I mean, come on, let's be honest. The hashtag was originally a £, and it's always been a £. It's on the £sign on your phone, and when you do hashtag Me Too, it just, I'm sorry guys. Bad marketing. Know your brand before you throw it out there, okay?
There you go. And on that note, that's the podcast.
Again, you can send your complaints to theemail@gmail.com. That's theemail@gmail.com.
I'm already getting complaints about the song.
I know. Wait, which song? No, don't do it. Let's end one
Are you
podcast
sure?
without. Yes, don't do it. Let's end one podcast
Are you
without
sure?
it.
Because I got it queued up.
I know you do, but
Okay.
But tonight's going to be a very interesting episode, and we're going to talk about it tomorrow night and air that follow up on Tuesday morning. So stay tuned for that. Okay, that's baby shark do 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 baby shark do 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 do. Say goodnight, Chris.
Peter Dinklage.
And I'm broken. Night.
That's a podcast.
I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us here at the Department of Understanding Humans, also known as DUH. Just remember, this is our circus. These are our monkeys. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and other social media outlets. You can find all of our podcasting streams and feeds at our website at www.dawebsite.com. That's D.U.H website.com. Thanks again for joining us, and have a great day.